everybody out there. Hello from New Ambassadors Theater Company. Look at all these pretty faces. Wave, everybody. Everybody in YouTube Live land, welcome, welcome, and thank you for tuning in for our New Ambassadors Theater Lab 30. Who could believe it's 30? I don't. I do, but you know, COVID has made me not believe a lot of things. That's where we're at. My name is Mandy Murphy, and I'll be your host for this evening's lab. I'm a New Ambassadors Theater Company member. I'm a playwright and an actor here. I want to do a couple of introductions first before we dive in. The first is our wonderful and incredible artistic director who is responsible for all this beautiful stuff, David Adam Gill. He's going to say hi and give you a couple of reminders. David?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Lab 30. I can't believe it's Lab 30. Really great to have some new people here and a lot of our steadfast actors and writers. At the end of the lab today, I'm going to do a few announcements with regards to the next lab coming up, a Friday Night Footlights coming up, and our board of directors that we just elected. So I'll see you on the other side. I'm really, really pleased that everyone's here and have a lot of fun.
I'm ready to have fun.
Jazz hands.
Which also means yay for the hearing community. All right, thanks, Gil. Okay, great. So next introduction is the wonderful Miley Binion. Miley, say hello to everybody.
Hello.
For you guys out there in YouTube Live land, Miley Binion will be hosting you guys in the chat. So keep an eye out. She's going to keep you posted on where everything's going on and also give you a couple of forms we'll talk about here in a minute. But remember that face. That's the face behind the chat.
Come talk to me.
Awesome. And one more introduction is the wonderful Todd Butera. Todd, say hello to the people.
Hi, everybody. I can't believe we've been doing this 30 years. I wasn't even born.
I know. Once a year, like an old season of TV.
Weird.
Oh, wait, you said you weren't born. I caught the joke.
Yeah, well, that's not a joke. All right, I was 5.
Okay. For all y'all out there, Todd Butera will be reading our stage directions this evening, as well as one little featured role. And in that case, David Adam Gill will be reading stage directions because everybody deserves a shout out in our lovely artistic world. Okay, wonderful. So the nitty gritty of this evening, gang. Just like back when we were in person, we're going to be doing a lab, which is our foundation series here at New Ambassadors. It's where our writers get to bring in new work and try something messy and see what happens with a load of wonderfully talented actors, many of which you're seeing in this chat right now. So each writer is going to be allotted 25 minutes from the time they introduce until we finish a feedback session, which we'll talk more about in a second. We have these things called Google Forms. If you haven't heard of a Google Form in this newfangled COVID world, it is a way where you can send your feedback to these playwrights, your questions, comments, concerns, inspirations. And Miley will be posting a link to that in, oh, the dog's barking. Sorry, we're live. We're live. We're live. Excuse me, miss. Sorry. Miley will be posting that. Oh my goodness. She's going to be here for a minute. Miley will be posting that live in the chat on YouTube. She'll also be posting it in the Zoom chat for those of you that are in here. You feel better?
She's cute.
This is Lola. We're Lola, Mandy, Barry Manilow. You get it. We're good.
Oh my God, she's really cute. My cat barks like that.
Okay, it's fine. Wonderful. So after each reading, we're going to do a feedback session, which will have a few things which I will lead for you guys. And everybody who's in the Zoom chat, our wonderful actors, readers, creators, all that stuff, are going to participate in that. But you guys out there in YouTube land, we want to hear from you too. So if an actor, writer, artist says something that you also had the thought of while we're doing this, please put it in the Google form because we're going to pass it on to our playwrights. And even if they hear the same thing twice, they know that 2 people had the same thought, and that can be really invaluable to our writers. So thank you guys in advance for participating. We're going to go ahead and kick it off this evening. Oh, our writers. We're live. Our writers this evening are, wave as I say your name, please, Evan Edwards. Hello, darling. Luis Alberto Quintero, coming at us from Texas. Aaron Moon Smith. our teacher superhero galore, and David Michael Kirby, who still has 3 names, contrary to everybody's belief. Not everybody, just Todd. Okay, great, everybody. Let's get started. Evan Edwards, take it away. Everybody who's not an Evan Edwards piece, go ahead and mute and turn those cameras off. Kick butt, Evan.
Awesome. Thank you, Mandy. Tonight it's being presented a brand new piece. It's called Ho, Mo, or Bro, the Game Show. My actors tonight are Perrin Palmetto, Matthew Menendez, Torian Brackett, Sean is not in my piece, Sandra Perez, and Todd Butera. And stage directions are being read by David Adam Gill. All right, we're all here. We're all ready to go. Take it away, David Adam Gill.
Okay. Ho, Mo, or Bro, the Game Show, a play in 1 act by Evan Edwards. The TV soundstage of a game show, there is the host's podium, stage right, 2 contestant podiums, stage left. Upstage center is a large board a la a tic-tac-toe game.
Ladies and gentlemen, 15 seconds.
I am the goddamn star of the show. The audience loves me. I could walk out there and take a piss center stage and they'd lap it up like it was manna from heaven.
Okay, your mics are hot.
And so am I.
And we're live in 5, 4, 3. Cue the theme music and go.
Some innocuous techno club music plays. Ben, dressed in a mid-calf length satin robe, walks out with a giant applause sign. The audience warmly applauds.
Ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between and undecided, welcome to America's hottest new game show, Ho, Mo, or Bro.
Ben holds up the applause sign. The audience responds.
With our beautiful hostess, Misogyny.
Gentle Japanese-style music plays as Misa shuffles in. He is dressed in what appears to be a kimono. He shyly stands center stage, rips off the kimono to reveal a sexy feminine clubwear. Theme music resumes. He whips the robe at Ben's head. Ben catches it, however, and exits.
Yes, bitches, work. Welcome to the game show where we test everyday people on their knowledge of gay culture. Before we introduce our contestants, let's welcome my assistant.
Misa walks up to his podium as Ben, still wearing his long satin robe, enters and stands center stage.
Give it up for our Caramero, our Vanna White. Bend the hell over. What are you doing?
Waving to the audience. What does it look like I'm doing?
You're supposed to stand there and eat eye candy. Nobody eats eye candy with the wrapper still on. Bend the hell over. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off.
Misa gets the audience to chant, "Take it off."
Fine.
He takes off the robe. He's wearing a very skimpy Speedo that barely contains everything.
Happy now?
The audience erupts in catcalls and applause. Woohoo!
Your eye candy doesn't talk, so shut your hole. The hot ones are always so dumb. Am I right?
Ben grabs the robe and begins to exit.
Ladies and gentlemen, just look at that prime slab of beef. Now you see how he got his name, because everybody wants him to bend the hell over. Ah.
Ben takes the robe and covers his butt as he exits.
Misogyny, I think it's time to meet our contestants.
Sure, let's bring out the homophobic halfwit.
But first, a commercial break. And we're off.
Ben enters.
You can't call people homophobic halfwits. That's rude.
Not as rude as the intro music, that damn costume, and all the things I've been called before.
Yeah, well, if they're the same things I've been thinking about you lately, you deserve it.
No one's paying you to think or speak, so take your tiny little ass backstage until your cue.
Ladies, can your lovers quarrel wait? We have a TV show to produce.
We're not a couple.
Ben's not even gay.
Ben is about to say something.
And we're on.
Ben exits.
Welcome back to America's favorite pastime, the game show where you decide between ho, mo, and bro with our hostess, Misa Jenny.
Ben walks across the stage with the applause sign. The audience applauds and he exits.
Thank you, disembodied voice, whose name I can't remember because I really don't care.
It's Rod.
No shit.
All the game show voiceover actors are named Rod. It's a union thing. In my last gig, The Price is Right, they actually
Anyways,
called
let's
me.
meet our contestant, shall we, Big Rod?
Our first contestant is a feminist from a progressive big city where snowflakes all look the same. She doesn't take crap, but will take equal pay. Let's bring out Jane Doe.
Jane, escorted arm in arm by Ben, enters wearing a boxy skirt suit, probably brown, pearls, her hair up, and glasses. She waves to the audience and goes to her podium. Ben exits.
You think in the big city she could find better shoes than those? Why, hello, Jane Doe. How are you?
I am doing fantastically, Miss Jenny.
Are you ready for a stimulating game of ho, mo, or bro?
You know, I have been around many a gay in my life, and oh my gosh, were those fun times. The gays taught me a lot.
But not how to dress?
So much so that I feel as if I'm an honorary gay myself.
That would explain the outfit.
So this game is going to be a piece of cake for me, girlfriend.
Oh, Jesus. So, Jane Doe, who do you want to say hello to at home?
Well, I'd love to say hello to Felix.
Is Felix your husband?
Oh, no. Felix is what I call my pussy.
Your what?
My pussy. Hi, Felix. Mommy can't wait to get home and play with you and tickle your little...
Okay, I think it's time for our next contestant.
Sure thing, Misa. Our second contestant is from a southern landlocked state. He loves God, guns, and America, and not necessarily in that order. Let's bring out John Q. Public.
What kind of backwards trash did they bring up in here now?
John is wearing a wife beater, flannel shirt, jeans, and boots. Ben attempts to escort him out, but he keeps jerking away.
I got this. I've been walking on my own for years. I don't need help now.
It's just part of my job, sir. I'm the escort.
I don't care, son. Get away from me.
Please, just let me do my job.
Boy, if you touch me again, you'll be pulling away a stump.
Ben gives up and exits. John goes to his podium. Misa takes a second look and walks over to John's podium.
Well, hello, Daddy.
I ain't married, ma'am, so I know I ain't got no daughters.
No, if that's not... Jane, I think you got this game in the bag.
Now, hold on a minute. Just because I don't live in no big city didn't mean I don't know nothing about them people.
Oh, you are so cute. That little country twang is working for you, honey.
Thank you, ma'am. Quite attractive yourself.
Ben enters, goes over to Misa, and pulls him away.
Rod, isn't it time for a commercial break?
And we are off.
What the hell are you doing? That guy has no idea you're a man.
What? You know that. He could be into drag queen.
He doesn't even know what a drag queen is.
Bitch, please. Everybody knows what a drag queen is.
And you're not a drag queen. You're a failed actor who used this shtick to get a job.
And you better be damn happy I did. Your ass would be living on the street right along with me.
And we're on.
You're selling out the gay community for a job that barely pays above union scale.
Welcome back to America's favorite pastime, the game show where you decide between ho, mo, or bro with our hostess, Misogyny.
You were fine riding my coattails to glory before. What's changed? Oh, I can't hear you. What's changed? Huh?
Ben exits.
Misa, it's time to explain the game so those at home can play along with us.
Ben enters with a sign that says cheer. The audience does so. He exits.
Sure thing, Rod. The game is played like tic-tac-toe. There are 9 squares, each numbered 1 through 9. Under each number is a category. The contestant picks a number. I will ask a corresponding question to reveal the category. There are 3 possible answers. Ho, meaning this person's just having a good time. Mo, meaning this person is a certifiable cake-eating sparkly friend of Dorothy, a gay. Or bro, the person in question is just being friendly. If answered correctly, that contestant's marker is placed in the square. If they get it wrong, the other contestant has a chance to steal the square, but only with a correct answer.
Ben walks out with what looks like 3 giant playing cards. As Misa announces each card, Ben flips the corresponding card.
During the game, a contestant can play one of 3 special cards. The first is no homo, bro.
Ben flips the card and it shows a pink triangle with a red circle and a slash through it.
This card allows the question to be skipped. The second card is cock block.
Ben flips a card that has a picture of a rooster with a red circle and a slash through it.
It stops the other contestants from getting the square. And the last one eats all the opponent's squares up. It's called bukkake.
Ben flips the last card over. It has a picture of a beefcake being drizzled with icing. Coffee cake.
Those squares are flipped back to neutral. Each card can only be played once per game. Is everybody with us?
Ben flashes the cheer sign. The audience cheers. Ben exits.
The part about the cards is a bit confusing. Do we each get a set of cards? Can we play them per round? How does that work?
Oh, no worries, ma'am. I got this.
Misa takes out an emery board and files his nails, which are fake.
There are only 3 cards between the 2 of us. Either of us can play a card, but once a card's used, it's dead, out of the game. So if I play bukkake, I'd swallow all your...
Ben enters with contestant markers.
Thank you for mansplaining. I don't know what I would do without you.
He simply answered your question. Why are you so hostile?
I didn't ask him. I asked Misa Genie.
Oh, it don't make no difference where it came from. Now you know.
Can we play the damn game now?
No, you haven't assigned the markers.
Ben waves the markers in Misa's face.
Stop it. I was creating a sense of suspense, something the network should like during Sweep Week.
I told you that in confidence.
Anyways, you all at home can use whatever markers you want. Here at home, Mo, or bro, we assign the markers. Jane Doe, your marker will be a pinko. John Q. Public, you'll have a blue X.
Ben hangs the X on John's podium and the O on Jane's.
Excuse me, Miss Genie. Why do I have the pink O? I would like to have the blue X, please.
It's simple. Pinks for girls, blues for boys. Everybody knows that.
I do not accept that. For eons, men have been assigning gender roles. What does a color, whatever the color is, have to do with what's in my pants? Am I right, Misa? It's a color. It means nothing. We all deserve to have the color of our own choosing, and I don't want an O.
Oh, you probably never had an O before, so why start now? Ben, switch their markers.
But Misa, may I call you Misa, ma'am?
You can call me anything you want, sweetie.
Keep it in your tuck, Albert.
Thank you, Misa. The boys at home will never let me live it down if I have a pink O.
You watch the show at home? With your friends?
I do. We all get together every week with some beers and a fish fry and hooting it up while watching. Hey, boys, looky here. I'm on the TV. Now we watch mostly because of Misa. We ain't got girls like her down where I come from.
No doubt.
So pretty and so refined. I don't even care that she's
Boy?
Oriental.
Ben takes the symbols and switches them.
Oh, well, ain't that nice? An Oriental. Boys at home, it's just a color. We should be able to pick any color we want. See? He has the pink O, and he's still the same man he was before.
I don't know about that.
Me either.
Wow, right about now, you can push me over with a cattail into a creek and watch the guppies eat me up.
The guppies I know would pay about $200 an hour to eat you up.
God damn it, Albert, leave him alone.
Ben escorts Misa back to his podium.
Don't get your Speedo in a twist. I'm just having fun.
Oh,
Ben exits.
Sorry, I'm lost. I'll Speedo in a twist and leave him alone, Albert categories? You ain't never had one of those before.
Wow, you are thick. And guppies, by the way, stand for gay urban professionals.
Wow. Guppies are fishes. Down home, we use them to keep the mosquito population in check, so...
Guppies are gay urban professionals.
Guppies are fishes.
Gay urban professionals.
No, they ain't. They're fishes.
Tonight's categories are dominant tricks, circling Uranus, don't touch my balls, and stick it in my buck.
Ben walks out with a cheers sign and the audience responds accordingly. Then he exits.
To decide who goes first, we'll flip a coin. John Doe, would you like head?
There's no need for that. He can go first. This is going to be like taking candy from a big, ignorant baby.
Let's play Ho, Mo, or Bro.
You just call me ignorant?
John Doe, which square would you like?
You don't know me from Adam. Why are you calling me ignorant for?
That last sentence sums it up quite nicely.
Let's play Ho, Mo, or Bro.
Which square, John?
So I don't talk like you. That don't mean nothing.
Double negative, Mr. Hick. That means everything.
Ain't no cause to be rude, Miss Stick Up Her Butt.
Okay, listen here, you swamp Sasquatch. You...
And it is time for a commercial break.
I know back home, you're used to your women folk being subservient.
I don't even know what that means.
And that's the problem.
Ben?
And I got the solution.
Ben, get out here.
And just what do you plan on doing, Mr. Troglodyte?
My daddy taught me never to hit a woman.
what now?
Fix this.
Misa
Well,
exits.
But my mama said, if a woman cusses at you, crack her in the mouth once, then she ain't gonna do it no more.
Okay,
Ben
okay,
gets
okay.
between John and Jane.
Jane is not cursing at you. I will buy you a dictionary after the show. And feminist or not, no one likes a know-it-all bully. Just play the game, okay? Rod, take it away.
And we are on.
Ben walks over to
Welcome
the game
back.
board and flex poses.
Welcome back to America's favorite pastime, the game show where you decide between Ho, Mo, and Bro with our hostess, Misogyny.
Misa does not enter.
With our hostess, Misogyny. With our
Misa's makeup retouch must just be taking a bit longer than usual. Why don't I start the game? John Doe, which square would you like?
Oh,
That enters.
hell no. Be gone before someone drops the house on you.
I was just trying to...
Take my damn job? I know.
It's not like that.
No? Then why did you decide to leak the corporate memo minutes before the show?
I had just gotten my hands on it. I was hoping you could make some quick and small good adjustments.
You were hoping to trip me up. You're jealous of my success. You want to be the straight-laced alpha male host of the show. But that's not going to happen because I'm not floundering. Tonight, I'm better than I ever was.
You need to get over yourself and tuck your ego away along with your...
And we are on.
Excuse me, the star has a show to do.
Oh, so now you want to be professional?
That's all you ever wanted, isn't it?
Misa stares Ben down. There's a long silence. Ben returns to the game board and flexing position.
Let's play homo or bro.
So sexy, John Doe. I believe it's your pick.
Well, Misa, ma'am, I don't want to be accused of nothing, so I'm going to let the lady go first.
Oh, so now you're going to use archaic chivalrous codes meant to lull women into a sense of believing they're special and need to be handled delicately. All the while, it's a ruse used to subjugate women into obedience. We, as a society, have moved past this. It's time.
Polite. That's all. Just polite. I swear, woman, I think you'd complain if Jesus himself offered to turn your water into wine. I'm just being nice. So pick your damn square before I change my mind.
Fine. I'll take square number.
But first, a commercial break. And we are off.
Misa stands at his podium, stoic. Ben remains by the game board and stares off into space. Neither moves or looks at each other.
We just had a commercial break.
Something ain't right. They ain't never had this many commercials before.
Why are you talking to me?
I was agreeing with you and just being neighborly. Why you gotta make something of it?
Because my opinion can exist on its own.
Oh.
It doesn't need to be validated and verified by the white male patriarchy, of which you represent. I stand on my own based on me, not any man's belief in me.
You're single, aren't you?
End of excerpt.
Woo, thanks, guys. That was awesome.
That piece was hot, like my mic, Matthew Menendez. Matthew Menendez. Wonderful. Okay, great. Let's dive right on into the feedback. First, playwright Evan Edwards. Is there anything you would like to throw out as a question that you'd like to hear specific feedback about? Or would you like us to just dive in?
I'd like to know if you can tell who the protagonist is.
Wonderful. All right, for those out there that are using the Google form and also people in the Zoom room that would like to use the Google form, please pop that into the popcorn section, which is the first one right there. This is Evan Edwards, ho, mo, or bro. I could say that all day. And that's the one you want to choose for your feedback. Okay, Zoom room people, go ahead, bring your cameras back on. Everybody, come on back. And the first question we're going to concentrate on is from playwright Evan Edwards, which is, do you guys know who the protagonist is? Reminder, raise your hand, I'll call on you. Anybody have an idea or an opinion?
Wow, that looks like a resounding no. They
All
don't
right.
know who the protagonist is.
I hope that is
Well,
some
I have an idea.
feedback. Oh, go ahead. Who is that? Who raising their hand?
I
All right,
think it's
Todd, go
John.
ahead.
I say it's John Q. Public.
Okay.
Okay.
David Gill?
I was thinking it was Ben. Because he's the one that everyone has to deal with in terms of the public side, the announcer side, and the talent side.
Yeah, I feel like we're so early on in it that I can, just in my lovely imagination, I can see a storyline for each of them. So I'm not sure yet, but I can see that it could potentially be any one of the people I just saw.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. What about conflict? Does anyone know what the conflict is?
Also a great question. Raise your hand, guys. Anybody specifically put a term to the conflict?
Well, I think the conflict felt very clear in that I forget the actor's name who played the Southern gentleman, you know, like him fighting yes, John, what you said, Todd, John Public Q. He dealing with topics of like the patriarchy, and if that's something that he even is conscious of his own representation of it, and how the subtleties of his conversation and dialogue like are perpetuating it, and his stubbornness to move on or to even admit or accept criticism of those calling outs, I thought was very topical, very relevant, certainly something that is in the air right now. So yeah, I thought that was very clear to me.
Wonderful. Sandra?
Yeah, I thought it was showing everybody's strong opinions based on not having enough information yet, and everybody jumping, well, not everybody, the contestants showing their points of view very strongly before having enough information about who they're dealing with. Yeah.
If that were not a hashtag right there, Paris, quote, having emotions before having enough information that people are dealing with. Quote Sandra Paris. David Gill, go ahead.
I was going to say that we're looking right now at kind of caricatures of people, or again, I agree with Sandra, in our first opinions of people that might not match up to who they really are. So basically we are miscalculating the outer shell of a character as opposed to what's inside of them. Ben looks like a disco boy, but he's not gay. Misa looks like a woman, but it's a man. Jane Doe looks on the outside like she's a like a protester, someone with kind of a militant attitude. But I see that she also has a cat at home and things like that. And then this kind of dopey guy who comes off as being very hickish and with not a lot of brains, but he seems a little bit more sensitive than his outer persona gives us in terms of information. So I see first impressions that are only skin deep, and looking further into these characters, there's probably a lot of contradictions to those first impressions.
Wonderful. Awesome. I'm going to jump ahead just a little bit because we're running short on time. Evan, stop me if you'd like me to go somewhere else, but I'd like to concentrate on questions. Does anyone have any specific questions that came up with the piece? Torian?
Yeah, I'm very interested in this little backstory between Misa and Ben and what little secrets they have going on with each other, because they're not dating, but they have some kind of relationship. So I'm interested in what that history is.
Perfect. Perfect. And Torian did a great thing of let's combine questions and development. If there's something you want to keep saying you're curious about, add that into your questions thing. If you have bigger ideas for questions too, this is the good time to do it. Anybody? Gil?
Yeah, I'd like to see, there's like a coalition being built very bombastically between Jane Doe and John Q. Public, and I'd like to see where that goes. I feel as though they're going to become allies in some way.
Yeah. I'm super curious about the moment when Misa Jenny doesn't come back on, and for the reason why that happened and what that trigger is and how that is going to play out down the line. And I do love, as a comment, that she does come back on as soon as Ben to hell over wants to take the spotlight for a moment. I noticed that, my dear. Wonderful. Okay, we're at time, but we have a little wiggle room. Does anyone have any further comments, anything that they're just super pressing to say and want to get out? Please go ahead, raise your hand. Todd, did I see your fingers?
No, I was chewing my nails because that's appropriate on Zoom.
Awesome, Evan Edwards. Bravo, and bravo, actors.
Yay, thanks, guys.
For your work. Okay, great. All right, next up is the wonderful Luis Alberto Quintero. Everybody who's not in Luis's piece, go ahead and take your videos off and mute. And Luis, take it away.
Awesome. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us this evening. So I wrote this piece in mind because Halloween's around the corner, and I wanted to write about something that I'm scared about. So without further ado, I'll let my actors, Chase Naylor, Gabriel Rigojo, take it away.
No, dude, just mute him. Well, if he's being a dick, just mute him. Don't let him ruin what you're doing. Okay. I'm going to go see. Yeah. The hell? Yeah. Again? Hold up. No, one sec. One sec. All right, no. What the fuck? Oh, shit. Am I getting fucking hacked? Hold. God damn it. Hold on. One sec. I'm going AFK. Hollywood Hammer. Check your email. Okay. Fuck.
You've reached Gabriel.
What the fuck is this?
Hey, what up, dude?
What is this link? Is this like an encrypted site or something?
Yeah, exactly.
What's up? You don't trust Uncle Sam anymore?
I mean, the NSA and Google definitely collaborate, so I don't really trust anyone anymore.
I saw you deleted your social media too.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just needed to do something.
Gotcha. So what's up? What are you doing?
About to go on a hike.
Oh yeah? Where are you hiking?
Just over to this mountain.
Okay, which one?
Stone.
What?
It's called Stone Mountain.
Is that in California?
No, it's like north of Atlanta.
Atlanta, Georgia.
Yeah.
You're in Georgia right now?
Yep.
What are you doing in Georgia right now?
I'm going to Stone Mountain.
You mean like the Stone Mountain?
You know about it?
Yeah, it's like the carving of the one guy. I don't remember, but it's like it got the lake in front.
Well, how do you know about it?
I remember someone in elementary school doing like a presentation. What the fuck are you doing at Stone Mountain? Isn't that like a Confederate monument?
Is there anyone in your apartment right now?
No, I just think it's me.
Can you be sure?
Yeah. One sec, guys. Mayan, you home? No. We're good. What's up?
I'm marching on Stone Mountain.
Marching? What do you mean marching?
Sorry, Bush's no spilled beans here, but I can be the white rabbit to your Alice.
What?
I am the hieroglyph, and you just need to Rosetta Stone, huh?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No, like, are you gonna speak in code?
Yes, exactly.
Then why didn't you just say that?
Because I didn't want to say that. We were speaking in code. That defeats the whole purpose.
What the fuck are you talking about? Fucking beans and rabbits and hieroglyphs. Like, what the fuck are you doing marching on Stone Mountain, Georgia?
Keep your voice down.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's just, I have you on speaker. It's my mistake. I didn't tell you.
So what the fuck is going on, man?
Okay, so I don't have too much time. But in a nutshell, I had a friend of mine call me up from high school, told me that there was a coalition building to march on the monument, said if I had a gun for him.
A gun?
Yeah.
You got a gun on you?
Yeah, man, I got my dad's hunting rifle.
How did you get that?
I drove through Texas to get it.
You drove all the way from California?
Yeah,
Dude, you're driving so much in 2020.
I know.
Like moving out of New York, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Driving from Texas to New York, back to Texas to Los Angeles, now to Georgia.
That's like the entire United States.
Well, yeah, well, except Seattle or Northwest area.
So wait, hold on. Why do you have a gun in Georgia? And who is this friend of yours from high school?
He's with the Black Panthers.
You're marching with the Black Panthers?
Yeah, I know.
Dude, you're pretty white. So,
Fuck, that doesn't matter.
because they're the Black Panthers, they think that kind of matters to them.
Nah, dude, they respect action.
With your dad's fucking rifle?
Dude, you should see some of the other guys here. They are fucking strapped.
Really?
Yeah, dude, AR-15s, AKs, Glocks, grenades, fucking rocket launchers, bulletproof vests. It is the We're Not Fucking Around coalition.
Is that what it's called?
Actually,
What the fuck, man? Are you about to start like the next Civil War or something?
no, we're not planning an attack or anything. We're just flexing, saying, stop killing civilians and take down those Confederate memorials.
Holy shit, dude. You're scaring me.
Hey, we're gonna be fine, man. Listen to me. This does two things. One, it shows those South will rise again Trump fucks that there are good guys with guns too, because that's who we're going up against. Pro-white neo-Nazi KKK. You will not replace us, motherfuckers. I'm not talking about, oh, your dad's a banker and stocks are better under Trump. I'm talking about stopping the Fourth fucking Reich. And if we have to, because look, I could give money to a link for a legal battle, but that's not the same as getting blood for blood against people who cannot be talked into progress. When people live to breed violence against a race of people, an incurable mind. No, hey, I'm all about peace, love, and rehabilitation, second chances, all that. But I'm also ready to put down the rabbit dogs and the adolescent Adolfs. But anyways, I called you because if anything goes wrong, I need you to tell my parents that I love them.
This is why you deleted your social media?
Exactly. And I drove through Texas because it was easier than mailing the gun, at least so I don't implicate my dad if anything happens.
What if something does happen?
It might. I'm not going to bullshit you. It might. That's why I called you, because I love you, man. And
So nobody else knows about this?
nobody. And we got to keep it that way. I just need to tell someone just in case things go south.
I love you too, man.
Okay. Hey, I got to go. Once I get back to my room, I'll call you. Don't call me. I'll call you.
Okay, but do you think shit's actually gonna go down? Like actually?
No, we're going to be fine. We're not going to start shit. We're just going to say our piece, gonna demand justice for George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and recruit. And honestly, I was joking with some of the guys here about this. This might be the quickest way for gun control in America. This one guy here, a huge dude, says something like, Uncle Sam is going to ban super soakers after they see all these, with these guns. It was actually pretty funny, which is true. It happened in the Reagan years.
Holy shit, dude.
It's going to be fine, man. Hey, just do me a favor and have your phone on you.
Yeah, I got you.
And remember, I'll call you.
Okay.
And if I don't call by midnight, something is up.
Okay.
But it's going to be fine.
I hope so.
Me too. Okay? All right, I got to go.
Be safe, man.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Hello?
Hey, bud.
Holy shit, dude, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Oh my god, my blood is fucking pumping right now, man.
Are you safe? What's going on?
No, we're good. Not a single shot fired, but we did run into some Second Amendment Trumpers.
Shit, what happened?
No, nothing. They just stood there watching us go by, smirking, talking shit to themselves while quiet dudes with shotguns and rifles, some with higher powered shit, magnums. This one dude was literally wearing full combat gear. He was ready to go. The short, muscled up firebeard fucker just foaming at the mouth like a rabid dog. He's the guy I thought might set it off because he kept pacing back and forth and caught one of our guys who was just like calling shit out throughout the whole march. Well, he locked eyes with our guy, and our guy goes, like, what the fuck you looking at? And then their guys start crossing the line with like two other guys following him, and then everybody locked and loaded. Dude, like, I mean, you heard everyone's fucking metal click into place. Like, dude, on the other side, and fucking metal clicking into place, ready to fucking go. But then some dude on the other side just was like, hey, calm the fuck down. And then people chilled out. Dude, but holy shit. My adrenaline is fucking going crazy just thinking about it right now.
Are you safe to call me?
Yeah, I just got out of the van. I'm just walking into my room now.
Where are you staying?
I can't say.
Gotcha.
I just wanted to let you know that I was okay.
Thanks.
Hey, what's up, man?
Dude, it is so good to see your fucking face. Oh,
Hey, thanks, bud. You too.
god damn, dude.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you.
No, dude, you're okay. I'm glad you're okay.
Hey, what have you been up to?
Dude, honestly, I've just been like fucking freaking out since you called me.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It's like freak out's too harsh of a term. It's like more like anxious.
Sorry, dude.
But I was playing Witcher and then I listened to some music and the Great British Bake Off's on its like 8th season right now.
Oh, yeah. You know, I never really was into that show.
Really?
Yeah, Luis is though, and next time he's in New York.
Yeah, man. When are you coming up?
I don't know.
Dude, I cannot believe you just did that, dude. Like, you were never into politics.
I know. I don't know. I started reading into things like Harry and the Forbidden Section stuff, and then I am. Hold up. I think I hear something outside. We're good.
So when are you going back to LA?
I'm not.
Well, where are you going?
Well, that's not. That's yet to be determined.
What do you mean?
Well, I'm sticking around with the NFAC.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Dude, that's fucking crazy. Don't do that.
No, you should join.
Well,
just think about it, dude. This is real shit. I don't want to scare you, but there are already alt-right groups gearing up for the election.
That's not true, dude.
No, it is.
That's not going to happen, dude. Even if Biden wins, I really don't think that's a possibility.
And what if they both win?
What? What do you mean?
So here's the likeliest scenario. Trump wins on election day. Why? Because Republicans and conservatives are more likely to vote in person and thus counted that day. But Democrats are more likely to mail in their vote. So after all the tallying, Biden might actually win. Then all it takes is for Trump to be like, they stole the election from me, get Bannon and Breitbart to dog whistle their shooters, and people would fucking believe it. I know Firebeard would. And then shit really hits the fan, and we still have time to prepare just in case. And dude, I just want to make sure when that day comes, I'm in the best possible scenario to survive and retaliate. Because that's what fighting for America is really about. You don't have to answer me now, but think about it.
I really hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, man. Me too.
Dude, what the fuck is that?
Motherfucker! Chase! Chase!
Dude!
Chase! Chase! You see that? For all you commie faggots!
Dude. Hello? Miss Laurie? I gotta say something.
And that's the scene.
Awesome, Luis. Luis, I know we talked a little bit.
Oh shit! Sorry, it's so dark in my room.
You know, it's appropriate. I feel like it's okay.
Chase, check your text, okay, Chase?
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Luis, honey, do you want to roll into feedback, or do you want to leave people with that?
No, let's let's I would love to hear people's thoughts.
Okay, guys, I think we should go ahead and just dive on into popcorn for some initial reactions, because I think it'd be beneficial for Luis for where everyone's at. So if you're comfortable with sharing your feedback with you're at right now, please remember, raise your hand and I'll call on you. No, it's good. We're right fresh. Okay, Sean, go ahead.
I just want to say, great piece. You really showed the mirror up to nature. It's a great piece that speaks to the times and spoke volumes to me. I just wanted to know the last figure in the end. Who was that? Was that somebody from like the KKK, an opposing force for the
Exactly.
Black movement? Great.
It's
Great,
like
man.
somebody like following them home and taking them out.
That's
Okay,
very
good.
scary.
I think, Luis, I think you'll benefit more if you don't answer questions like that.
Sorry. Okay.
I'm
All
with
right.
you. I'm with you. I think a lot of people probably are, but there might be some that are still confused. It might help you. Thank you, Sean. Do you have anything else, sweetie? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, and the acting, it was just moment to moment. And I just want to know, like, did you guys have a certain camera? The camera angles were just so spot on. It felt like watching a film. It's like the way you used the medium was fantastic, which is because Zoom is like a hybrid of film and theater. So kudos to that, man. That was beautiful. Riveting.
Thank you, Sean. All right. Anybody else? Popcorn? What's going on in your soul, in your brain, in your whatever? Torian?
It just feels like so often we get to see what happens after the fact. Like we find out, oh, this group was marching, oh, this group had some kind of attack. We never see the things that lead up to it. And so that's what I really liked about this scene, was we're seeing what's going on before the actual event, and it was just that insight. I felt like I was right there with you guys. I really loved it.
Thank you, Torian. Anybody else? Popcorn? Maria Elena? You're muted, babe. Oh, there you go.
When I said "oh no" in the chat, I knew what was coming because I'm dark and twisty inside, and and it didn't scare me any less because of it.
Thank you. Anybody else? Gil?
Yeah, the popcorn moment was the whole thing. Just the way you utilized Zoom, the camera angles, whoever's with you, Gabriel, they did a great job. You guys must have practiced that. The laptop on the ground, and then, or was it a phone? I'm not sure. It was very, you know what it reminded me of was the Blair Witch Project in a way, because those camera angles were really specific. But the whole, it was really intense, and but you didn't lose me one second. Just really great job in the writing, excellent job with the acting, and again, whoever that badass woman was who beat the shit out of Gabriel, really great job, excellent.
Agreed. So I think we're getting the what? Go ahead.
I was going to say, Luis, you had said at a point in the other piece that you brought a few months ago that you really wanted to experiment with Zoom and creating more compelling pieces on it, and I think you really were very successful with this. Really successful. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I was going to echo and respond to that too. I know that was a goal of yours, and it seems like you nailed that pretty good. Good job, boys, all three of you. I was also going to, no. We'll move on. I'm going to go on to questions, guys. So questions doesn't have to just be about what happened in there. It can be big questions about the world that Luis is trying to live in, or if there's any logistical questions. Does anybody have any? Raise your hand. Gabriel?
Yeah, I mean, working with it for just the past 24 hours. But Luis, where do you feel like this story goes from here? Because this was like a super like jarring like shot of adrenaline. So I'm curious as to where this falls in a larger piece, if there is a larger piece.
Sure.
I think that falls under a development question. Luis, though, answer though. Do you want it to stand alone, or do you feel like it's a bigger piece? If it's a good thing.
No, I think that Edward Albee has this awesome quote, which is a play is as long as it needs to be. And so I just kind of focus on like the arc. I just focus on like the arc of it, you know, like why would I like put a bunch of fluff in just to say I've got 90 pages, you know, when it's so much more effective. It can be like, you know, I like the imagery of a shot of adrenaline, and then like I can kind of hit your system and then digest. You might not realize everything at once, but that substance is still going through your body. And so yeah, I think that is the piece.
Very well spoken, Luis. That's great. I need to shout out a comment that just happened in the Zoom room for everybody out there in the world. Ruthie, are you okay if I just read your comment? Because it's so good. Ruthie Rado just said, will you be providing the audience with Xanax prescriptions? Because I feel like that's pretty relevant. I do have one question that I was curious about, Luis, and it may fall under the Zoom like realm of it, but especially if you're embracing it and this stuff, the moment where Chase's character was waiting for whatever happened out in the real world seemed to happen in a very condensed amount of time before the phone call happened. So I'm curious if you do intend this to be a Zoom piece, if what that would mean. You don't have to answer, but if that means we're watching Chase game for a little bit, but I don't. Unless you want to. Do you want the world to know?
You know, it was actually kind of a beautiful accident because I was watching and I was waiting for Chase to kind of turn off. And then I was going to say 11:58. So people knew that there's that time, patch the time off. But he never turned his screen off. Rather, he just kept going. And I think like people just bought in that it was the next scene. You know, like people were like when you're waiting so long, it was kind of a genius accident because it was like, oh, when you're waiting so long, it does feel like time. Everything stood still. The only thing that changed is I got a call. So great on you, Chase. Great fluff.
I tried to sneak tap my button twice and it didn't go. So I was like, fuck it. All right, I'm just gonna put the hood on. New scene.
There was an action. David, 2 seconds. I just want to clarify one thing just with the group in here. Did anybody feel like the piece didn't stand alone, or they were curious about it maybe being developed, or did raise your hand if you didn't feel like it was a standalone piece? Okay, cool. In case that's helpful, Mr. Quintero. Gil, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it was kind of a moment that I got stuck on. That scene didn't end and the next one began because all of a sudden he was out in the wilderness calling. So I'm wondering, something that I'm sure that there's a fix for that. And like you said, it was him turning it off and coming back on. You can even have like a subtitle that does the time thing for you or whatever. Like on what is that show, 24? That gives kind of like but I it was stuck in my mind. Wow, that guy moves quickly and is out on the mountain. I just wanted to share that because you said it was a quick fix and all that, but I feel as though there might need to be a transition if you're looking to make that clear.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay, we are at time, but if anybody has one real pressing thing they'd like to say, I will not stop it. Does anybody have something they'd really like to get out? Safe space, on the internet where everyone can see it.
Todd?
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's just, I also,
raise your hand, Todd. No, it's
I
fine.
did raise my hand. Someone called on me.
I in your head. Go ahead, Todd.
No, it's Todd. No, it is such a great, just kudos for making something that fits so well into Zoom. That's terrific. I mean, it's refreshing to see. I mean, God knows we're all so tired of Zoom, and it's nice to see something that actually fits for that. It was lovely.
Thank you.
Why is the carpet all wet, Todd? I don't know what that's about.
Okay.
Sorry. Thanks.
That's Todd Montero, everybody. But very, very well spoken. I will echo that. You mute yourself, or I'll mute you myself. Love the dog do it. Bravo, Louise. Great job. For real. Wonderful. Vote and continue your vote in your day-to-day life after that for whatever you believe in, ladies and gentlemen. Wonderful. Next up is the incomparable Erin Moon Smith, my teacher extraordinaire, superhero, badass lady. Bleep, I didn't do it. If you are not in Erin's piece, go ahead and take your camera off. Erin, take it away, my darling.
Oh, thank you so much, Mandy. Oh, I'm so honored to be with all these playwrights tonight. Everybody is amazing. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Oh, yay. So I am so honored to have Mandy Murphy play Gemma, Ruthie Rado play Lisbeth, Maya Rosewood play Lee, and Todd Butera read our stage directions. Yay.
Hey, darling, quick question before you go on, just really quickly.
Yes, ma'am.
Yours weren't highlighted, but I think I know what to read. And it just really quickly, it is page 41 through page like 57 or 59, 60.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. Got it. I'll read. Just they weren't highlighted, but I think I know what to read. Thank you.
Thank you,
Welcome, everyone. We're live. It's just like you were at the center with us in New York City. It's special. I hope you love it.
Yes. Oh, thank you so much. Lee and Gemma work in a lab that's kind of isolated from everything else. Lisbeth has teleported in, which is not an unusual case in this, love it, Ruthie, is not an unusual case in this lab. But Lisbeth has suddenly become pregnant with an alien or a hybrid baby. And turns out she is faking it, and she is claiming to be from the future. She has inserted a flash drive into one of their computers and stolen some data, and now she is trying to leave the lab with some of the data, but Lee and Gemma are not letting her leave. So I leave it to my beautiful and lovely peoples here. Thank you so much, people. Thank you so much, YouTube land. Yay. And I will turn my camera off and let Todd, Mandy, Ruthie, Maya take it away. Thank you.
Can't you just use the other teleporter?
It's not modified, and I don't want to start clucking and spend my days on a farm.
Well, let me guess. You want us to help you or let you out?
Letting me out would actually...
And there it is.
I really don't want to say what again, but what are you talking about?
You want us to let you out with whatever you stole.
Attained for the benefit of the future.
So you want out, leave the flash drive.
Then this whole visit would have been for nothing.
That's the deal.
Gemma, you believe me.
Gemma, don't fall for it.
Come on, Gemma.
Gemma.
Please stop saying my name. That's not helpful.
They stop and both stare at her. The staring gets more and more intense, almost cartoonish. This goes on for way too long, and it is just as creepy as it sounds.
Okay. Saying my name was better. This is just creepy.
So who are you going to help? Liar, liar, pants on fire, or your colleague whom you've known and trusted for years?
Right. Who are you going to help? The person trying to save humanity or the person trying to be the quippiest and the meanest?
Okay. I don't know how I became in charge of the madness.
Because you never make up your mind about anything?
Are you gonna let her talk to you like that?
Unlike everything else down here, I need you.
Aww.
Whether I like it or not.
Well, and there you go again. You can't just say something nice to me, can you?
I can. I just have to immediately follow it up with snark. It's my nature. You wouldn't ask a peacock to stop making that awful sound.
That is the weirdest. I want to say metaphor, but that doesn't sound right.
Let bird change their spots was too cliche.
Fun fact, peacocks don't make that noise in the future.
Oh?
Yeah, because they're extinct.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, a lot about the future is really sad, which is why you should let me get back there with this incredibly useful flash drive.
Now we have no idea what it has on it.
You don't know the data your lab stores?
I do. I don't know what data you are particularly interested in.
Yes.
This is not a game.
No, it's a trial. Yeah, it's a trial.
What?
Yeah, what?
Or a hearing, yes. A hearing! I've always wanted it. One sec.
Gemma moves some things around to make a mock court setup. Lee and Lisbeth just watch.
What is going on?
Guess is as good as mine.
I'm almost done.
Gemma runs off and comes back in wearing a black towel as a judge's robe.
What are you wearing?
All rise. The Honorable Judge Gemma presiding.
No. We're not doing one of your weird fanfics.
This isn't a fanfic. This is a real court proceeding.
With a fake judge.
I'm real. I'm making a fake judgment. Or I'm making a real judgment just because I wasn't elected or don't have a law degree or experience.
Gemma takes a seat in her makeshift bench.
This is insanity.
If it pleases the court, may I approach the bench?
It does. It allow it.
Lisbeth approaches the bench.
You're not really gonna fall for this, right? Gemma.
Judge Gemma.
Judge Gemma.
And I believe I was given permission to approach the bench, not you, so you might want to sit down or you'll be found in contempt.
Oh, you don't have peacocks, but you have basic law classes?
Do you know how many shows that involve the legal system there are? There are 50 Law and Orders.
50?
How far in the future are you?
Not as far as you'd think.
Okay, I can do this. So I call for a mistrial.
On what grounds?
On the grounds that we can't have a jury.
But there's no defendant. It's being decided by a judge.
I'm not a lawyer.
Clearly.
Gemma grabs the most ridiculous thing in the room and bangs it as a gavel. I'm really hoping it's something that breaks and then she has to grab something else, but not something that would injure her or cause a stagehand who has to clean up after it grief.
Order! Order! I will have order in my court.
Your Majesty.
It's your honor.
I'll allow it. I like your Majesty.
We're in a lab, not in a court, and we have a person who broke in here, lied to us, tried to steal from us, and then lied to us some more.
Those are fair points. Lisbeth, do you have any counterpoints?
Being from the future, I'm not supposed to have told you anything about the future because it might make everything worse. Hence the lying. And I had to steal because I couldn't tell you why I'm here. And if I couldn't tell you why I'm here, it wouldn't make much sense to ask for this information.
Fair points.
Thank you.
Then tell us now. We know why you're here, or at least the vaguest description possible, but tell us what you took and why you need it.
There is a reason I'm being so vague. I really don't want to upset things any more than I might have already.
Good points, both. Continue.
You expect us, two scientists, two people of reason, to take you on faith
Ah, yes. We are not people of faith. Well, Lee is. I have some beliefs, but they are my own, and I don't bring them to the bench.
Exactly. So if you are here for scientific reasons, for world-saving reasons, give us some evidence. There has to be something you can tell us that will offer proof and not jeopardize the future. Or we have no choice.
No choice?
Restraint. Authorities, like real authorities, not Judge Gemma.
Hey!
I didn't say you were fake again. I'm just saying other authorities can take more actions than we can down here.
That was too wordy.
I'm trying to suppress the snark. It's incredibly difficult.
I greatly appreciate the effort. Continue.
So tell us something. Anything.
I told you I can't.
It's just too convenient.
Oh, tell us something that is going to happen.
Aren't you supposed to be impartial?
It's my court. I can do what I want. And this is helping you.
No, I told you.
Yes, you can't tell us anything, but what if it was a small thing? Huh? Like something that happens today, something that is about to happen, just as proof. Us knowing something that is going to happen out there can't really be affecting us knowing it in here if we don't know anything until the thing is done, right?
You said thing like 7 or 8 times.
And you said I was too wordy.
Complex thoughts sometimes require more words.
More words than thing?
Hey!
I said I was trying.
But you don't know what I said makes sense. Just tell us something that is going to happen in the next 5 minutes or hour. Something small that we can check the internet to see what happened. What?
I don't know anything that happens today.
What?
That seems like poor planning on your part.
It was supposed to be an easy in and out job.
Okay, now you sound more like a thief and less like a time traveler.
She could be both.
Oh, but I shudder to say this, I think Gemma is right.
Yeah! I need to write that down. No, I need to record it. Can you say Gemma is right again?
No, this is incredibly poor planning on your part. What do you do in the future or the present or wherever you were actually from?
I can't.
I swear if you finish that line with tell you,
I don't have a job.
You don't have a job.
That is what she said.
Then why are you here?
I volunteered, but there was a flyer.
Oh, like on campuses when they need people for experiments?
Yes, and I don't have a job right now because, you know, the world sucking and everything.
We don't know because you won't tell us.
What was the job exactly?
Go back, put the flash drive in, it will do the job, find a reason to leave, go to the coordinates given, and I'll be extracted. That's why I can't tell you what's on here. I don't know what it is.
Oh my God. There is so much. I can't. I just shit. All of it. Like, really? You either have to be stupid or incredibly smart or both or just, I can't. You really came to the past. No plan, no knowledge of what was going to happen here, no idea what you were collecting or if they were really planning on extracting you.
They were.
They could probably just lock onto the flash drive and leave you here.
They wouldn't do that.
Yeah, that sounds pretty awful.
But that's all she says. She just keeps telling us how awful the future is. I'm pretty sure there are awful people there too.
They wouldn't do that.
So you say.
No, really, I might screw things up. So even if they didn't really want me back, they have to take me back, leave nothing behind.
But isn't taking our data going to screw up the present?
It's not like it erased anything.
Oh. Yeah.
So you see, you have to let me go.
During the next exchange of Gemma and Lee, Elizabeth looks around to try and find a way out. She slowly sneaks off stage as she sees them get more involved in their fight. She comes off, and on multiple times trying to find out a way out, Gemma and Lee have no clue.
She does make some sense.
No, she doesn't. All she's done is talk. No proof. No proof. I need something tangible.
But she said that she...
I do not care. I'm going to call someone to get here. Oh, or maybe we can reverse the flow on the teleport pad. How do you feel about being turned into a chicken? The chicken guy was not unattractive. That's what you're into?
Rooster.
What?
He thought he was a rooster.
Does that really matter right now?
I care about accuracy.
But you don't care about evidence.
Oh, of course I do. I'm a judge.
No, you're not.
You're out of order.
No, you're out of order.
How can I be out of order? I made the order. I say what it is.
You don't even set the order of the lab.
We are equals. We are partners.
I am your superior and you know it.
Superior in ego only. We both know that the company...
me more.
You don't know that.
I do. Because I'm in charge. I get to see the budget and I make a lot more than you do.
You're lying.
I can pull up the spreadsheets.
Do it.
I will.
Lee goes to a computer and starts typing frantically.
And I'll pull up. Pull up.
Gemma goes to a computer and starts typing frantically. Neither looks at the other as they do this. Elizabeth stares at them as if they lost their minds, shakes her head, and tries to find another way out.
Pull up? What could you possibly pull up?
Something that will blow your mind.
You've got nothing.
So do you.
I so have something.
I'll believe it when I see it.
They both type frantically at the same moment. They find the same thing. They get up slowly from their computers and look at each other.
Me too.
It's so obvious.
What she's
gone on the drive.
Gemma and Lee look at each other. Elizabeth re-enters the moment.
You really can't get out of here without one or both of you, can you?
How could you?
Try to get out? I mean, you were both fighting?
Disagreeing.
Loudly.
How else do you disagree with someone?
Okay.
Back to the point. How could you?
I plugged the flash drive in.
I understand the mechanics of it.
Good, because I was starting to worry.
How could you steal?
Suddenly, the cooler holding the Techovore moves. All three stop and stare at it.
Did that?
Oh no.
It moves again. They all jump away and stand still for longer than a moment, just staring. Then...
That's bad, right? I feel like that's really bad.
Yeah, but it seems to have stopped, so as long as...
It moves again. This time, a faint sounds of mama can be heard.
Did it just say...
Yeah, I definitely heard...
Mama.
Oh, that's bad. It's really bad.
Why?
It's trying to get your sympathy. Get you to let it out and care for it.
Well, it's pretty dumb then.
We both hate children. I mean, when they are around us, we agree that they are necessary for the survival of the species and all that.
But they're someone else's problem.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then good. We won't have to worry about either of you opening the cooler and...
The cooler moves again. This time, the sound of a kitten mewling can be heard. It is really sad.
Is that a kitten? Is it a kitten now? A kitten?
They both move toward the cooler.
Hey, no. What did we just talk about?
Another mewling sound. It is even sadder, like it hurts to hear it. It is so sad.
But the kitten.
It's not a real kitten.
Another meow, a heartbreaking meow. You would have to be a monster not to react.
I'm coming, kitten.
Gemma pushes Elizabeth out of the way. Then Lee pushes Elizabeth out of the way. Elizabeth is really bad at blocking. Both Gemma and Lee are about to get to the cooler when Elizabeth grabs their ankles, causing them to trip. Both kick Elizabeth, but Elizabeth is trying to crawl up over them to get over the cooler first. It looks like when everyone falls down while playing Twister and then tries to get up. But all of the limbs are in the way and all their other limbs, so in other words, chaos. While this is all going on, the cooler lid is popped off and the most adorable kitten you can imagine comes out. Really, it just pokes its head out of the way like kittens do. It meows very clearly. The massive pile of limbs stop and all the heads whip to stare. The kitten mews again. Gemma scrambles to her feet and scoops up the kitten.
Oh, baby, who's a baby kitty? You're a baby kitty. Yes, you are. Oh, yes, you
Lee
are.
scrambles to her feet. Elizabeth swipes her feet, but to no avail.
I want to turn with the kitten.
I just got her.
You don't know if she's a her.
I just have a feeling.
Let me hold her.
You just said you didn't if it was a her.
Kitty.
This is how I die. How the world ends. The two of you fighting over a fake cat.
Do not call Schrodinger fate.
Her name's a little on the nose, isn't it?
I thought it fit our current situation.
Oh, yeah.
Name it
Her.
whatever you want. Still a technovore.
What happens in this stage?
I don't know anyone who has survived this stage or who was blowing raspberries into its belly.
Ooh. Come on, this is the most adorable face. How could you not love her? She's just so great.
You've known her like a minute.
And she's perfect.
Possibly one of your lies or distractions.
Or we're all about to die.
Doubtful. Aww.
The kitten suddenly decides it doesn't like being petted or having raspberries on its belly. She makes lots of sounds, contorts her body, and escapes from Gemma's arms. She runs off stage.
No! Schrodinger, come back!
I told you that I should have held her.
I didn't know.
I'll get her.
Lee runs off stage after the kitten. Gemma looks crushed.
If it makes you feel any better, it's not a real kitten.
Not helpful.
And that is the end of the scene.
Yay!
Yay!
Kitten.
Oh, look! Kitty, 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 kitty.
I wonder where I got that inspiration from.
Here's a kitty.
Stop. Wonderful. Erin, do you have an initial question you would like everybody to concentrate on or anything you want, you're curious about?
No, just popcorn and all that you have to say because you are brilliant and beautiful humans, and I'm excited to hear what you say.
I believe it. I believe it. I can feel all the zhuzh even out there from the beautiful humans.
And
wonderful, gang. Popcorn, raise your hands. Oh, go ahead, Erin. Did I cut you off, babe?
oh no, I'm just saying, Mandy, you, Ruthie, and Maya and Todd are amazing humans, and I love you so much.
You're sweet. You write the most wonderful kitschy stuff. It's so fun to read. All right, gang, raise your hand. We're popcorn. Bring your cameras back up if you're out in the Zoom room first. Any giggles, any moments that stood out to you, anything? Did anybody have a visceral reaction at one point? Remember, we can't hear you laugh, so that playwright wants to know any place that you laughed. Where did it go? What did you have? Raise your hand. All right, any questions that anybody had?
I was reading her and I don't know if Lisbeth is telling the truth.
That's a good point. We're wells into this and I still don't know her intention. That's real. Go ahead, Torian.
I was kind of looking for a sense of how long these two have been. Like, I keep asking about characters' histories. Like how long have they been coworkers, friends, working together? Because they just kind of play off of each other so easily. And you guys are wonderful actors, and you did that really well. But I'm curious about the relationship between the two scientists, like before this other person showed up. Yeah.
It's great. Curiosity is a good question. Anybody else got curious? Sandra?
I just had this thought. I don't know why listening to it at certain parts reminded me of Alice in Wonderland. And when she goes through with the cards, the Queen and King of Hearts, and there was something about it, and I'm not quite sure, but I'm just putting that out there. It just reminded me of that.
That's great. Anybody else? We can span all of them. Go ahead, Gil.
I just want to say, as a popcorn moment, the relationships between the three women are really great. They turn from professionals and co-workers and associates to children very quickly when they are trying to figure out the hierarchy and how to deal with this person who isn't really forthcoming with any information about herself or her or what she is doing in this world. So that I enjoy the two scientists very much, kind of fighting like sisters, quite frankly.
I also, Aaron, I like that Gemma, I know it was like real fast when reading through it, but Gemma really does make a difference here. She makes a decision to make a power change, and it definitely happens through the device of the judge. And I think that's really smart because she's been kind of the, wow, wet blanket is what I just thought of, but like kind of the, you know, she teeters through the whole thing, and she definitely comes back to that because it's her very clear, like, defining character flaw, and I love that. But I like that you give her that as a bit. It's also very funny. I also will commend till the end of time how you have an ability to bring a modern turn on a dime, on a sixpence, whatever you were taught to, you know, do it for comedy in a modern way where it can jump and then jump right back. Even if I missed a few of those beats, I promise you people they're in there. So bravo. Ruthie. Louise, I'll come to you next.
Along with the judge thing, I think my favorite line was, "If it pleases the court, may I approach the bench?" That was just like such a perfect comedic beat. Yeah.
Louise, honey.
Yeah, I love the theatricality of endowing different props with stakes. You know, I think that's something that's like very true to the heart of, you know, theater, saying like this broom is a sword, or like this thing is a gavel, you know. And I thought moments like that were especially delicious and got me excited, got me exactly in the mood for what kind of meal I was going to be eating this evening, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just quickly, I want to say, and Erin knows this, I love her work, but she has just a great way with absurdist comedy. It's just, again, as Louis said, just setting up the world so that the audience is aware of you know, what can happen and what can happen. And even then, the stuff that we don't think can happen, still she throws it in there. Just very well crafted, and a real great sense of, I want to call you, you know, our Durang.
Oh, our.
Our Durang, meaning New Ambassadors Durang. That our answer to Durang.
Say to that. This is a Chi hair straightener, y'all. Circa 2002. And it never broke.
So, Mandy, just so you know, we're waiting for David to come back on. David Kirby lost. So we can
Vamp?
Yeah, we can vamp. Let's vamp.
Okay. All right. Well, we still have a couple of minutes for Aaron for feedback. So I think we stay in this if we can. Wonderful. So just for you guys out there, I know you guys, if anyone filling out the form, if you feel like you shouldn't fill out the form, or you're curious if it feels like too much work, I want to encourage you to stretch your artistic voice, no matter whether you're in theater, film, anything, or just out there enjoying for something. Everyone wants to hear your voice. And in fact, if you're not in the theater community, it makes your voice even a little more special. So please pass it on. That was Erin Moon Smith. What's the title of the play, Erin? Go ahead.
It has a title right now. It is In the Ether.
Wonderful. And the one before that was Luis Alberto Quintero's Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain.
Stone Mountain.
But I was going to say, In the Ether is a great title.
Yeah,
Oh my God, I was thinking the same thing.
Hey yo.
I may have a title now.
Hashtag in the ether, where we all are. And the one before that was Homo or Bro by Evan Edwards. I really just said all your names because I really wanted to say it again. That's a lie. On the fly, we're live. Wonderful. Does anyone, I know you've had time to incubate, does anyone have any other thoughts, popcorns, questions about Erin's piece?
I mean, if we're vamping, I just want to pay a compliment. I mean, I think the just like the way you write, obviously for everything, is has such a natural flow, and I think that's commendable for the writer and the actors. But I mean, like, it was just so, yeah, it just flows so well, and you're so intrigued like the entire time, and Ruthie's screen work, like where she's like hopping in and out of screen, I'm just like, I can't, I lost it.
So good. So good.
Yeah, I have some brilliant actors, people. Cast them in everything you can. I mean, oh my goodness. Applause, applause, applause.
Applause, applause, applause. It's sweater weather where we're at.
So I told David we give him, no, he has 3 more minutes, but
okay.
I want to say that I posted in the chat, we have the doodle for Lab 31. If you want to act, you can sign up to act right now. You can be the first. It's in the doodle. I'll put it in again. I think I still have it saved. There we go.
Wonderful. Can we also get that posted in the YouTube live chat, just in case there's anyone out there that wants to stretch their muscles?
I did, and I'll do it again. Oops, I'm getting a text from David.
Wonderful. Okay, I was about to put you on the spot.
What?
Well, then we'll do a classic Mandy Murphy. I miss a lot of the people with these faces right here, and it breaks my heart that we haven't seen each other in so long. I'm sure there's plenty of people in YouTube land that I also haven't seen in a long time. And so in true Mandy Murphy form, even if you have water, which is generally bad luck, but I'm sure it's good for your bodies right now. Does anyone want to lift one up and a cheers to art, to all of you, to New Ambassadors Theater Company for bringing us all together. You're all warriors, you're all wonderful, and carry on. And if you need a friend, give me a call, okay?
Chin chin.
Chin chin.
Oh, I had some left.
What are you drinking, Mandy? Wine?
It's actually a tequila cranberry. We call these in the bartending world I'm not gonna tell you what I call it.
I do a lot of bartending. I have no idea what you would call that. Tell me. It sounds naughty.
I'll tell you next time I see you in person in 6 to 12 months.
Put it in the chat.
Okay. How we doing? Are we waiting for Kirby? Because I have another vamp.
You have 2 minutes to vamp. Do a vamp.
I got one. I got one.
15 seconds of
It's a technivore. It's a technivore.
No, she's not. Oh my God. Is that not a missed experience? Okay, so those of you who are not in acting nuts, we call a missed moment, where you use a chi straightener instead of a real prop, a real life prop that looks your face.
I gotta say that your Zoom mate is so doggone cute.
No.
Oh my God!
Come on, throw hey,
Available to play the kitten.
Oh.
Hey, I know. What was I thinking? What was I thinking?
Yeah, throw her a bone here.
No, I thought
Hey,
Liz, you're gonna make someone a very great dad someday with those dad jokes.
That's good. Hey, I have a good one.
I'm just getting the tail end of that. Can you please repeat it?
I'm done. I'm leaving. Goodbye.
No. You're the prettiest person here.
Oh no, don't put us on pause.
awesome.
Ruthie beat you to that one.
Come on, Gabe.
Okay, we have about another minute. This is a fun one for everyone out there who's not already having fun, and if you're not, you wrong for that. You wrong for that.
What kind of
Raise
dog,
your
man?
hand,
What kind of dog
everyone.
is he?
Hey, are you able to get in?
God, okay,
All right.
Gil, come on, mute. At least help me out here a little bit.
Okay, well, I didn't know that. Bye.
Okay, everybody. Raise your hand if you are live from the Eastern time zone right now. Gorgeous. Down. Raise your hand if you are live from the Central time zone right now. I see 2 of them. How about Mountain Time? We'll go ahead and throw Arizona in there as well.
Yeah, why the hell
How
not?
about that, Utah? Okay, and if anybody's out on the West Coast, raise your hand. All right, we usually have a few, but that to be said, I think it's good to merit the fact that Zoom has been challenging to us in a lot of ways, but damn it, if we don't get to collaborate with people from all across the country that we may or may not have seen in a long time, and if I'm not grateful for that, I'm not grateful for a lot. No, that's true. I'm grateful for a lot of things, but that's one of them right now.
Okay, David is with us. Sorry.
Okay, great.
That
All right,
was
so I've
beautiful,
jumped
Mandy.
on. Okay, everybody, go ahead, take your videos away if you're not in David Michael Kirby's piece. Kirby, where's your beautiful face?
I don't know.
Ian? Is your video going to come on, or are you having some tech issues?
Well, I'm using it on my phone, and I've never used it on my phone. So tell me how I turn it on my phone.
You know what? I think that instead of me troubleshooting live on this call, which I could do, everyone knows that you're here. In fact, I'll reintroduce you one more time. The voice from the ether right now is David Michael Kirby, writer. You saw him earlier. He had the most glorious beard in the chat, and I'm sure you remember that. Sorry, Chase Naylor. So David, go ahead and be the voice from Beyond and introduce your actors in your piece.
Yeah, I'm waiting for my script to come up right now. I'm sorry, guys. 2 seconds.
So real.
Do you want me to introduce everybody and then you can give a little bit about your piece?
Well, I can tell you right now that my cast is Chase Naylor is the last minute substitute for John Pena Griswold, reading Joe, which is a part he's read before. Where the hell is this script? Making her new ambassador's debut tonight, Mary Lauren as Julia. Sean Lee Phillips is Dr. Diamond, and I found my script. And the vivacious Maria Elena O'Brien is reading Jordan. Oh my gosh.
Vivacious and dead.
Well, she looks lovely. So here we go. This is the third time I am presenting from Trials and Revelations here. And so I've written myself a little summary to bring you all up to date to where we are starting. So here we go. Previously in Trials and Revelations, the beginning. In darkness, we hear Joe and Julia, a couple in their 60s, reenact the I'm flying scene from James Cameron's Titanic. Then disaster, a scream, a splash, and the swelling sound of Celine Dion singing My Heart Will Go On fills the theater. Record scratch. Lights up, Joe and Julia, looking 30-ish years old, sit in chairs in front of a statement desk in a magnificent library. Joe and Julia briefly argue. How could you drop me? The ship rolled. Acknowledge they must be dead, but not how they expected. Where is here? Julia asks. Jordan, intimidating and formal, emerges from the shadows, welcoming Joe and Julia to Know Where and Know When, aka the waiting room. Awkward introductions ensue. Jordan leads Joe and Julia to the revelation their marriage vows only carry them, quote, until death do us part, unquote. Apparently, the fact they died in the same instant is a complication. A complication Dr. Diamond will soon explain. Meanwhile, Jordan shows a surprising interest in Julia. Julia is both wary and intrigued. Dr. Diamond arrives. Despite his formality, he cannot hide the fact he is excited to see Joe. Again, apparently. Joe is the literal old soul, one of the eldest, having made many prior visits to the Illimitable Library, the official name for this astonishing space. Julia wonders aloud if this might be limbo. Jordan reminds Dr. Diamond of the matter at hand. Joe and Julia are presented with computer tablets. They are instructed to read the questions to themselves. Their devices record their heartfelt responses. Dr. Diamond then asks them a single question to answer simultaneously. Since they departed Earth in the same instant, they have the option to return together with favorable conditions for a reunion. Joe says, I do. Julia says, I don't. Julia feels tricked and asks if she can change her mind. A woman's prerogative. Dr. Diamond agrees the final decision is hers, but does not recommend it, calling it a waste of spirit for out-of-sync partners. Julia loses her temper. Jordan calls her exceptional. Dr. Diamond and Jordan withdraw to give Joe and Julia a minute or two, trillion, alone. Joe says to Julia, there must be a reason in your heart of hearts why you said, I don't. Julia takes a moment to collect her thoughts, grabs both of Joe's hands and holds them in her own and says,
I love you. I don't know if it was like this for you, but when we opened those tablets, that was the instant that my life flashed before my eyes. My most recent life, apparently. Born, raised, married, and I presume buried in the same small town. Until the cruise, did you know that I had never left the state before? I can probably count on both hands the number of times that I left the county.
No, I know. It was the same for me, opening the tablet, my last life flashing before my eyes, but I had glimpses, kind of like this shimmering, fleeting impressions of other lives I've lived. Some were difficult, terrible times, war, plague, a hurricane, blizzard, times of hunger. I swear, I honestly think I was in Noah's flood.
Oh yeah? Well, what was Noah like? Ooh, what was the smell like?
Oh God, I don't know. But that's what it seemed like to me. I know it sounds crazy, but how could I remember any of that in less than 10 seconds is beyond me.
Well, that's because time is beyond all of us here. Who knows how long we really spent reading that questionnaire?
I guess what I'm saying is this. I would be hard-pressed to find a more content life than the last one I shared with you. It wasn't always easy, but I know it was blessed, so I said I do. Again.
And I guess what I'm saying is I want the chance for a different adventure. That assistant, Jordan, she certainly seems to agree. That's why I said I don't, even though part of me wishes that I said I do.
Well, you've always been consistent about one thing.
What's that?
Indecision.
Yeah.
Joe and Julia sit with their thoughts a moment. Then,
I just realized that they never answered my question
Which one?
about us, whether or not you and I traveled Earth together, experienced other lifetimes together, well, outside of the one that just ended.
Oh, that. No, we haven't.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Oh.
That's not to say we won't cross corporeal paths again, and it gives us both something to look forward to.
Joe stands and offers his hand to Julia, silently inviting her to dance. Joe begins humming, then sings as the two of them half waltz, half polka around the library.
Come, Josephine, in my flying machine, going up she goes, up she goes. Balance yourself like a bird on a beam in the air. She goes, there she goes.
Dr. Diamond and Jordan re-enter and observe from the side.
Up, up, a little higher. Oh my, the moon is on fire. Come, Josephine, in my flying machine, going up, all on.
Joe suddenly stops dancing.
Goodbye.
Julia stares at Joe just as hard for a long beat. They quickly embrace one another tightly. Julia, burying her head into Joe's chest, as if neither one wants to be first to let go. This beat should go on for an uncomfortably long time until...
If you'll pardon this pesky figure of speech, it's time.
Joe and Julia still cling to one another, but continue looking in each other's eyes until this scene transition to the next. Like a staring contest or fear of disturbing a spell.
They comprehend, Jordan. No need to remind them anymore. But yes, Jordan is right. It is time.
Time for what?
Do you remember, Joe?
No, I don't think so. but I have this weird feeling like I'm on my way to freshman orientation. First day of school jitters, I guess, is what you call it.
Pretty much. You are much more intuitive than you once were. Julia, will you go with Jordan and Joe? Will you come with me?
Is this it then? The final goodbye?
No, of course not. I promise you we won't let that moment slip by. For one, I know you were not permitted.
Julia, eyes still on Joe, smiles at Jordan's reassurance. There is something in Jordan's voice that soothes her.
Are we about to review our past lives?
Joe,
Only if you want to.
while not required, it is strongly encouraged. Self-reflection is a useful tool, especially in one so young as yourself, Julia.
But Joe is almost the same age.
In which lifetime?
Oh.
Dr. Diamond walks over to Julia and offers her his hand. Julia is aware of the proffered hand, but does not take it. She is still looking only at Joe.
I promise you will catch on. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, the mind, once stretched by a new idea, never returns to its original dimensions.
Dr. Diamond is fond of the transcendentalists.
Isn't everyone? Come, Julia. Jordan will take exceptional care of you, and I promise we will all reconvene before the final step.
I'm suddenly frightened. Or am I excited? Joe?
How about both? You know, it's like a roller coaster. It's thrilling.
Yes, existence is thrilling. Sad to say, the majority of souls do not make the most of their allotted time in the corporeal realm. You two, as Jordan said, are exceptional.
Jordan walks over to Dr. Diamond and reaches for Julia's hand.
Come, Julia. I believe you will enjoy this.
It's okay. Promise.
Joe and Julia continue their intense gaze at one another.
I love you.
Upon that much, we all agreed. Come, Joe.
Joe and Julia kiss. Passionate, intense, quick. Then Joe moves downstage left with Dr. Diamond. Julia moves downstage with Jordan. The library projection fades, then quickly morphs into an oblique view of a galaxy and stars. A simple table and chair is placed at each downstage locale. Julia and Jordan down right, and Joe and Dr. Diamond down left. A soft tone or chime is struck, and the stars and galaxy begin to rotate. Slow, hypnotic. This tone should sound at regular intervals to mark the passage of non-existent time, as well as the end of each mini scene as it unfolds. Joe and Julia sit in their respective chairs. Joe and Julia are each handed a tablet identical to that used earlier.
Do not open until I give the word.
Word.
I remember.
This will feel like the most intense dream you've ever had. Because this is your life, your lives, and you will experience moments from each one just as you did then.
These are touchstones from each life. Those moments where you recognize being part of something bigger than yourself.
I remember.
Is this like watching a movie?
It is as if you are in the movie, watching the story unfold all around you in multiple dimensions. You are not a passive participant.
Oh my goodness.
You can break at any time. Take a break, ask me anything at any time.
You can ask me anything at any time.
I remember. It's coming back to me now.
Do you remember me, Joe? Yet?
No, not yet. Sorry, I'm trying. It's like when I see something out of the corner of my eye, but it disappears the instant I try to look directly at it.
I know precisely what you mean.
Yeah.
Close. So close.
I'm sure I'll remember when I'm done here.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Yes.
There's a long pause as both Dr. Diamond and Jordan confirm their subjects are truly ready.
Begin.
At the moment Joe and Julia open their tablets, their faces glow with the blue-white light, and their respective special lights dim. The slow rotation of the galaxy and the stars gradually increases speed as the tone chime slowly increases in tempo, building in intensity for at least 2 minutes, while Joe and Julia make the following interjections.
Wait, what?
Really? Oh, poor Lena.
How did I forget I was once a girl? I love that dollhouse.
No, this was once my life.
Oh my God.
I have never seen anything so beautiful.
I can't believe I built that.
Ow! Oh, the pain.
Amazing.
I'm overwhelmed.
It's overwhelming.
Yes.
Yes.
The tone chimes one last time as the stars bump to black for a moment. The only light comes from the tablets, illuminating the faces of Joe and Julia. Dr. Diamond and Jordan remain hidden in the dark.
Unbelievable.
I'm speechless for once.
As Joe and Julia close their tablets, their respective lights come up, revealing Dr. Diamond and Jordan as they were. As they take the tablets from Joe and Julia, the stars fade, and the library quickly reasserts itself around all of them.
Nitra?
He gets here.
Julia stands and embraces Jordan.
I'm so confused, but I'm so happy.
Spotlight fades to black on Julia and Jordan as they exit.
I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm trying. Why can't I remember? I know you.
You're trying too hard. Stop, relax, close your eyes.
Joe takes a deep breath and closes his eyes. Dr. Diamond moves closer to Joe, sits on the table just in front of him, and places his upstage hand on Joe's upstage shoulder. This is the closest we've seen them to one another.
Is this okay, Joe?
Yeah. Sure, of course.
Good. Now, I'm going to do something I've wanted to do since the moment you arrived.
Joe briefly opens his eyes and searches Dr. Diamond's face.
Will it hurt?
Not even a little bit. Close your eyes.
Joe closes his eyes again. Dr. Diamond leans in and gently kisses Joe on the mouth. Joe finds himself kissing back, feeling himself flush with recognition from his head to his toes. It's a charged moment for both of them.
Oh my God, you. It's you.
Blackout.
Bravo, bravo. Yay. All right, everybody come back with your videos. David Michael Kirby, DMK, are you there?
Yes.
Wonderful. Do you have any question you would predominantly like us to focus on, or do you want me to jump right into our normal feedback?
No question.
Okay, great. So we're going to start off, gang, with popcorn. And as a reminder, it can be any feeling, any thought, anything that is occurring right now that has an instinct to jump out your mouth with some words. Raise your hand, please. Inhale, exhale. Ruthie, go ahead. You're muted, babe. There you go.
I love the glimpses into what the past lives have been. I don't know why I was like surprised that the male character like had female past lives. I don't know, just very intriguing. Maybe that's my the heterosexual culture conditioning me or whatever, but it was like, oh wow, what a possibility. to see all the people that they have been before.
Thank you. Anyone else? Luis?
Yeah, it felt to me, there's a play called The Effect. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's like, it's got these two people that are also being like scrutinized by these doctors, and it's an exploration of love and connection. And I found a lot of that with this piece as well. And it also felt like Our Town in the third act, with Emily looking back and being like, oh, there's that old tree, but it like had the weight of many, many lives, which I thought was very interesting to think about.
Luis, if you're comfortable, tell me if you're not, but I'm going to challenge you a little bit. What the references are wonderful and true, and I agree. What do they incite in you in terms of feelings that are similar maybe to those references that make you think of them? Can you put words to that?
Yeah, it's like a sense of feeling a nostalgia for things in my own conscious past, like in the same way that I don't have a tree like Emily did, but I definitely have like a swing set that I skinned my knee on in Baton Rouge, and I feel like that was a really successful part of this, is that that feeling was brought back to me with the characters through the literature. So
wonderful. Thank you. I appreciate you putting words to that. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, great. I want to move on to questions. Are there any questions or curiosities that are brought up by this piece that you'd like to share? Chase?
Yeah, I like reading this piece. I've read it once before, and I think one of the questions that comes to mind is I think it's a question that might be purposely put in our minds, but the whole construct of this space, the idea that a lot of pieces out there in the world have played with the afterlife, and the afterlife is this, the afterlife is suburban, whatever, or it's this beautiful library, and it just like in my mind, I feel myself constantly drawn back. Like, I really had a big question of like, what is in this library? What's in every document in this library? Are these scripted lives? Is this like, I don't know. I felt myself like really questioning, not in a that doesn't make sense, but like I would like to know more about sort of like the world and that sort of thing as well. Like, I think the world building raised a lot of questions, which I think maybe might be placed there on purpose, but like, great.
Great curiosity. Peek into Mr. Naylor's brain. Love it. Mm-hmm. Todd, go ahead, bub.
I found it interesting that, and this is something I didn't see coming, that Dr. Diamond was an active participant and not an omniscient observer. This is the first we've seen of that, and interesting, David Michael Kirby, because that brings in a whole new aspect that we had never even I think most of us that have seen this before never even thought of, because that brings a whole new dimension as to how how this works in this world that you've created.
In a way though, Todd, like your stage directions felt like that effervescent force in the experience of it. In a way, like in the reading of it, like it felt like Dr. Diamond had his place, but he was still a character, at least in this experience that we just had.
All right, David. It's great. DMK, I have a question or a curiosity. I've seen and heard this piece a few times, and I'm starting to grow in curiosity. Yeah.
You were Juliet last time.
Yeah. But I'm starting to grow in a curiosity. I know we're quite a ways chronologically from the beginning of it, but as I've seen it grow, I'm starting to question the Titanic moment in the beginning, which really does set the mood for something very like kitschy and funny. And the more that we've explored this piece, it's quite more heartfelt and nostalgic, if I will use Luis's words, and deeper. And it kind of, at least this time, it really felt like it didn't fit. I heard it very freshly this time.
Okay.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
of course. Mary Lauren, hello, go ahead.
I got the opportunity to read the full piece this time, and my question and my curiosity is that I loved it so much, and I wanted it to be expanded upon, because I feel like there's so much there. It's so deep. I could just sit in the room with the two of them for a long time before the people come in. So my question just was, do you intend upon making it longer, or is this the full?
Beautiful question. Don't answer it, young man. I think you should keep that to yourself, but thank you. That is actually a beautiful segue into the next section, which is development. Did anyone else have similar feelings to Mary Lauren about development, or curiosities about certain parts that you'd like to see moved on? Miley Binion, darling.
Yes, so for along what other people have said, and what's very clear is just the relationships, all of them, all four, the relationship between, I want to see all of them develop more. I want to see this couple dealing with the conflicts of one of them wanting to relive a life together. I want to see them coming to terms with all their past lives and seeing if they still fit together. I'm dying to know what's going on with Dr. Diamond and their relationship. Yeah. So I just want to see all of these expounded upon and want to hear more about them.
Lovely. Chase, did you have something?
I did. It's actually kind of in the same vein, as well as like piggybacking off of Todd's comment earlier. I'm like, it's like when you find out that Jordan was Julia's like mother, I was like, wow. And then Dr. Diamond kisses Joe, and I'm like, did Joe date God or a part of God? And it's like, how do you become fulfilled by anything else after you date God? And so that question like found like in my mind, or like this angel, or maybe if God is omniscient and like he's a piece of all of us, so he's like there's like pieces and whatever. But like I found myself really questioning like the relationship like timeline, as well as like how many times they loop back and how many times has this almost sort of deity feeling character been like is he gonna get me this time? Is he gonna remember that? Is he gonna get it? And then like he doesn't, and then he comes back after this time and he does. I don't know. I'm interested to see where that relationship goes and finding out what Dr. Diamond is in the like what label you'd put on that in reality, and it that sort of thing.
Which reality? Just kidding. Gail, go ahead.
Something that I've been struck by every time you've brought this piece, David, is the relationship between Dr. Diamond and Joe and Julia and Jordan. There's something that's very familiar, almost central in a way. I'm wondering, I don't believe that Dr. Diamond is God. I think that he started out as Joe and then worked his way up. And I'm wondering if there, is Joe on his way to be, how does the hierarchy in this piece switch? How long do you have to live multiple lives before you become a Dr. Diamond or a Jordan? And then do they get to go back and explore the earthly realm? So that's just something that's been in my mind, especially this time listening, because it has, I don't believe that I believe that they're stewards of the library, but I don't believe that they're deified.
Wonderful. Maria Elena O'Brien.
I think that's interesting what David said, because I never suspected that for Joe that it felt more like something he was volunteering to do, but doesn't necessarily remember right away. Perhaps a mission that he volunteered to do on Earth, a choice that he made.
Very cool. Todd, go ahead.
Again, like to me, like that really, David, Michael Kirby, was one of the most exciting things was the whole Dr. Diamond thing, because it was very unexpected. What I love and what I'm feeling, don't know where it's going, but I love the idea of like that maybe that was something that wasn't supposed to have happened. but did. Which, in other words, I don't get the feeling that they're deified, but I do think that maybe there was from the way it starts, there's a distance or a line that shouldn't have been crossed, almost like in biblical lore of the seraphim and the cherubim coming down and messing around with the mortals that they shouldn't have done. I don't know. That's just a feeling I got. Either way, it's exciting, and it really you always write beautifully, and I've done one of your plays, and I love the way and your a lot of your handling of the afterlife, and actually also interestingly enough, especially this one, God, it's an afterlife that I would love to live. That's neat, and it's very, very cool and human, but still ethereal and I don't know what the word is. It's something to hope for. To hopeful. It's neat.
Thank you.
Yum. All right, gang, we are at time to wrap that. I wanted to just say that after hearing all of that, it's giving me mad like dramatic zhuzh for Good Place, but like Good Place like zhuzhy dramatic. Anyways, if that's if you haven't watched it yet. And I did. I want.
Love it.
I did have one question, very like nitpicky, like structural question about the section where they're reliving their lives and stuff. And I can envision the technical piece of it very clearly. And I noticed that you worked on the text a bit, but I did question how natural it felt. I know that's a weird moment where those beats go by, but it did feel a little mechanical to me. And I didn't know if that was purposeful. To be a little more specific, it felt more like Dr. Diamond Jordan speak than it did actual people who just came off of Earth and were experiencing their earthly memories, if that makes sense.
Okay, I'll have to go back.
Not speech. It felt anyways. We can talk about it.
Which specific section were you talking about? Are you talking about in there?
With the tablets, where they're reliving their moments.
Yeah. Those interjections. Yeah, that is a troublesome moment. And I've worked on it since the last time I did this, and I it still needs work.
I did notice, and I commend you for that work, my friend. The smallest things are sometimes the hardest. Am I right, crew?
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay, great. Bravo, DMK and crew. Good job. Good job.
And bravo.
Okay, if anybody doesn't have their camera on, please come back on. Whole crew. Por favor. Wonderful. All right. Thank you so much for everyone for coming. Before we wrap up for the night, I'd like to pass it to David Adam Gill for some announcements with the theater company. Go ahead.
Okay, so yes, thank you, Mandy. Great job tonight. And thank you, Miley. Great job. And thank you to all the writers and the actors. It was a really exceptional evening. A couple of things. We have elected a board. It took us a while, but we have elected 5 board members that are going to join the 3 founders, Carla Briscoe, myself, and Jeff Checkley. They are, and I think a lot of them are here. Miley Binion, wave your hands. Wave your hand, I guess. Miley Binion, Todd Butera, Jennifer Downs, who is not here, Elizabeth Jazicki, and oh God, I can't stand this guy, but somehow he got voted in, David Michael Kirby. Congratulations, guys. We got a lot of work ahead, but we have some good people at the helm. We also have the playwrights for Lab 31, which will be Friday, November 20th, next month. And again, the Lab acting doodle is live. Some of you have already signed up. Thank you. It will be on Facebook tomorrow, and it will be on our website at the top on the banner tomorrow. And if you're a writer and you want to write, we still have some slots in the December Lab, which is December 18th. So the playwrights for November are Ben Dworkin, another guy I can't stand, David Adam Gill, my cousin Max Gill, Mandy Murphy, the lovely and adorable and absolutely talented Mandy Murphy, and hopefully Gabrielle Wagner is going to get back to me. She's got to confirm, but she is the 5th. So please sign up to act. Also, we have a Friday Night Footlights next week, the first since we've been on a little bit of a hiatus. It's Friday Night Footlights 12 next Friday. It's The Designated Mourner by Wallace Shawn. That's Friday, October 30th at 7:05 on YouTube. directed by the one, the only Maria Elena O'Brien. Give us a wave. Starring Paul Packler, Kirsten Hopkins, and John Amplis. And the two curators of that program are, again, David Michael Kirby and Mark Hoffmeyer. And if you have an interest to put something up and have it read, again, this is just a series to give people a creative outlet to play a role that you've always wanted to play. Let us know, let them know, and let's get it on the calendar.
David Gill, could it also be original work too?
It could be original work too. We've done original work. So if you have original work, is something in my eye? Again, this is the time for us to be as creative as possible. Take our minds out of reality and give us our imagination's life. And thank you all personally from me for helping us out tonight and certainly giving me life outside of reality. I'm going to throw it back to Gemma.
I caught it. Awesome. I want to give, shut up, Chase. I want to give one last thank you to Miley Binion. Miley, do something crazy so everyone sees which one you are. Woo!
I was
Miley
so crazy, Miley.
Yeah,
It's not him. It's not him. It's not the guy with the glasses. It's the pretty girl with the long hair. She was your host on YouTube Live tonight. Thank you, Miley, for doing that. She did post that form a few times. I really want to encourage you, if there's a little voice in your head that's like, no, I shouldn't do it, I'm not, please do it. Your voice matters, your opinion matters, and everyone would be grateful for it. We had a little bit of a short lab this evening because we only had 4 writers, and so I want to take the time to honor each and every one of these artists right here very, very quickly, in case you have money and you want to pay them for a job, or in case you're admiring their work and you want to reach out individually. They are here for it. I just spoke for everyone, and if you're mad at it, holla at me later. All right, I'm going to start with the writers. If I say your name, wave, free, like live in your joy, live in your beautiful artistry. Is Evan still here? Evan Edwards? He is not, but that man wrote Ho, Mo, or Bro, along with many other wonderful pieces that we have grown to love. Luis Alberto Quintero. Wave. They got to know who you are, sir. There he is. There he is. Bringing us big questions to look at. Erin Moon Smith, our comedy queen and superhero teacher lady. David Michael Kirby, DMK as we call him. There he is. That's the beard I referred to earlier. He doesn't know what we're talking about. He wasn't here. Don't tell him I said something not good. No, I'm just kidding. Wonderful. Reading stage directions tonight was Todd Butera, as well as our announcer. Where are you, Todd?
Right here.
Salud. David Adam Gill, our wonderful, wonderful artistic director. All right, actors, live your best life. I know it's awkward. I'm putting you on the spot and you're not playing a character, but guess what? You're wonderful and you deserve it. Chase Naylor, wave your hands. Okay. Stop it. Perrin Pomato, wave your hands. Wonderful. Matthew Menendez, my gorgeous one. There he is. Torian Brackett, welcome to New Ambassadors. Sandra Paris, my darling. There she is. Maya Rosewood. Ruthie Rado, my 2 redheaded queens. Mary Lauren, welcome to your first New Ambassadors Theater Lab. Your bangs are on point. Maria Elena O'Brien, my Greek queen from her throne. Sean Lee Phillips, you handsome devil in the blazer you put on in your living room. Wonderful. I think that's everyone that's left. All right, give them money, cast them, do everything. Tell them they're great because they really, really are. Closing thoughts, since I got them, and this is a PBS special. Beep, that didn't happen. I didn't say it. Don't sue me.
You have a few more actors.
Who did I miss?
You missed Gabriel?
Gabriel.
Did I just miss Gabriel?
No, Torian?
No, I said Torian. I think
Oh,
I
okay.
just missed Gabriel.
Sorry.
Shame on me. I skipped it in my little list. Gabriel. Now you get to be here even more because I had a human moment. Gabriel, are you in Texas? Yeah, he is. Gabriel, it was also his first time joining us tonight.
Yep.
I hope you come back, sir. I was very impressed not only by your acting, but also by your long haircut.
He's in Texas?
Yeah, I believe he is. You know, because no, I'm not going to say it. I can't throw my Texas ego on this. Yes, I can. We're the best. All right, crew. Thank you everybody for joining us. You know, Zoom readings are such a cool thing, and these are my thoughts on them. They can be a little tedious. You know, we're all trying to make art, and we're used to sharing energy face to face with people and passing the food back and forth, if you will. And we're making the best out of it. And a lot of us aren't here for fame. A lot of us are here trying to make the best out of a world where we're still pursuing our careers and our art, trying to fulfill our lives. And it's admirable and it's yummy. And I'm so, so grateful for everyone who's tuning in outside of this. And to just let you know that the work continues. And even if it doesn't have the most money on it and it doesn't exist on a giant screen, it's worthy and it deserves your energy. And that's all I got for tonight. I'm not crying. I'm going to down this. Who else still has one? Salud, friends. I miss you. David, thank you for letting me vamp so much.
Fantastic job. Give it up for Mandy Murphy.
Go Mandy.
And this will be on our YouTube channel if you guys want to revisit it or send your fans. And that's it. All right. Everyone wave goodbye.
Bye, crew.
Fantastic evening. Thank you.
Take care of yourself.